creating online courses. And one example of that we have already discussed in the previous session. We used Moodle LMS to create online courses. So I just hope that you have understood the basics of creating a course online. And there are plenty of elements that you can use for creating courses online, but most of them have like a similar kind of interface, a little bit of additional or limited options you may find, although, but the interface is almost similar in majority of these LMS. But this is not just about LMS for creating an online course. Rather, at the same time, we need to manage the content. We have to do assessment. We have to do some content sharing options also. There are unlimited things that as a teacher you may have to do while creating an online course. This is especially about the e-content that we may need to use during these online courses. So in this second session, after learning to create an online course by using Moodle, now we will learn about creating online content for running your online courses and for making it a successful journey for your students as well. And there are like unlimited softwares, unlimited tools on the internet that you can find for creating online courses. Although we cannot discuss all of them in a limited time that we have for the session, but I'll try to disclose some of the most important tools to all of you, and we'll also do hands-on with 2-3 tools depending upon the available time. So starting with the first part, why we need online courses, although I have discussed this already as well, and you might be already aware that online education is one of the most important factor in the education system these days, because we need to enable remote learning for different type of issues like commutation issue and the schedule issues, the time saving, money saving. There are plenty of benefits that we can have with remote learning. Although there are some disadvantages also with the remote learning that we all as teachers have observed over the years. Like we are not connected like a traditional classroom over an online course. We cannot read faces of the students directly to understand whether they are getting the point accurately or not, which is again a big factor in case of traditional classroom, that just by scanning the face of the students, teacher can understand whether they are getting the information right or not. But still, when we are switching to a new technology paradigm and we have some new additions into our curriculum that have become an essential part of the generation these days, so definitely instead of talking about the disadvantages of the platform, we need to find ways to make it effective and useful. As a teacher and as a student, this should be like a good option on both ways. So to do that, what we can have is the first thing we always have in creation of an online course is the structure and delivery of the online courses, and it generally have a specific process to be followed. We first start with the analysis part, where we just talk about what kind of course content we need, and what are the requirements, what are the student types, what are the audience current knowledge base. There are plenty of things that you need to analyze on the basic level. If it is a curriculum related subject, then based on that you have to make the analysis that like what are the outcomes expected, what are the requirements based on the curriculum defined. So all those things you have to analyze first. Then in the second part, you have to design your structure for the specific course. You have to streamline everything. You have to talk about what kind of exams, what kind of assessment procedures you will be following, what kind of materials will be shared with the students. So every part of your course you have to design first, and then you go to the development part. In the development part, one part is about how you are designing the approach for delivery of your course. Then comes development of the content for your this particular course, like how we are managing different types of contents, how we are sharing it with the students. So all those things we will have in that. And ultimately there comes a implementation part where we have to talk about how this already created content is implemented on the ground level, how it is accessible to the students, and how well they are able to grab the information from the shared content. And we can do the evaluation. That is again one of the most important criteria for your curriculum. We have to assess students, we have to do grading, and there are many other things that you have to do. So several things we have already done, but based on the limitation of the session, I'll be mainly focusing on the development of the content and evaluation techniques as with the part of some live tools. But before that, let us have a quick idea about what possible set of tools you will find further for course design and development. There are generally different phases of online courses. We need a purposeful planning, we need proper organization, sequencing, and pacing of the course content based on the learning capacity of the end users. At the same time, we need to understand the student learning experiences, the learning outcomes described in your curriculum so that we can match them accurately. And if there are more than a way to fulfill learning outcomes, that also we can observe and we can add them into our requirements. And then we may have to check what kind of teaching learning model we'll follow, whether it is based on some Google Meet sessions, Zoom sessions, or we have the classroom teaching also in mixture, we have hybrid mode, or whatever you have as a teaching learning model. So all those things you have to plan in advance, and accordingly you can start building content for your courses to ensure effective delivery. For this e-content at present, we have plenty of options. So we are a step ahead from the traditional learning approaches that we have followed at our times when we were in the school. There were limited options. We just had books in our hand, and there was no active internet connections over there. We had limited access to computers or mobile phones, especially the smartphones. For most of for most of the candidates who are connected here in their school times, maybe there were no smartphones. So there was a different learning perspective at that time. We were mainly dependent on the books only. And on the books also, we had textual information and some images only. That was the learning technique that we had. So whatever teachers used to do on their whiteboard or blackboard, that only we used to follow. And based on that, the learning was continued. But at present there are like unlimited resources for knowledge sharing. We have digital education era, we have e-content, and there are plenty of different material types that you can have for the education purpose, that can be an interactive solution for the students out there. So we can have plenty of options for this. And the content type also, it can add some gamification elements. You can have engagement options by using AR VR content. We can even include videos. We can even have quizzes, live quiz content. We can have some live sharing of debate content. We can have online debates also. There are unlimited things. So the trends in the teaching have changed, and we as a teacher also need to update ourselves with the new tools that we can add into the online course platforms to make things easy for the students as well. The benefits of e-content we already know that we can use for the online teaching learning, and it is because accessible 24 cross 7, so that is the biggest benefit. It is not like a traditional classroom where the teacher is available for 1.5 hours or 1 hour only, and that is the only time when students can ask questions to the teachers. With the e-content and with the online courses that we have, majority of the content is accessible 24 cross 7, and even recorded videos of the sessions and plenty of the support materials we can provide to the students 24 cross 7. We can access it from anywhere, so that mobility issue is not a problem right now. We need not to be present in the classroom itself. Rather, we can have remote learning experience if there are some emergencies on in traveling, or maybe we are not able to attend the physical classroom environment. We can connect from anywhere easily, accessible from any device, from tablet, computer, laptop, mobile even. You can access it from anywhere. And the biggest benefit is the content have become self-paced now. It is not required to match up the frequency of the other learners in the classroom settings. Rather, we can have a self-paced environment where we can learn at our timings, and this is even beneficial for people who want to learn with their jobs, their ongoing part-time or full-time jobs. So maybe in the evening hours, morning hours, or maybe by midnight, they can join their sessions and they can have their own learning experience from there. There are unlimited number of subjects and levels of education at present. It is not restricted to the traditional levels. Rather, we have different options to upgrade our knowledge. Teaching styles have been updated. Language options, there are transcriptors these days, so the language barriers are also be away. The disability barriers or the gender barriers, everything has been updated, and the education has become accessible to everyone easily at present. Similarly, we can have engaging and interactive content, which is useful for instructor-led as well as student-led or the self-paced learning. Everywhere it can be beneficial. So while developing your online courses, first of all, the most important element is your e-content. One is creating your platform that we have learned with the LMS recently, that we can just have a single platform for organizing everything. Then comes how you will be creating the content for that. Although plenty of things are available in that Moodle platform already, but maybe if you are using any other LMS like maybe Google Classroom, maybe Canvas, or any other where there are not all the options, maybe if it is required at your end, so you may need for some other tools also that can create e-content for you. And there are plenty of different e-content options that you can have. LMS we have already covered. Other than this, we can have PowerPoint options. We can have some block diagram or flowchart creation tools. We can use websites or blogs to help students learn better. There are video options, screen recording tools such as OBS, etc. you can use. We can have images, audio, surveys, and quizzes also, and games, gamification into learning we can add on. So all these things can add a better, or we can say engaging learning experience for the students. And for all these sections that I have listed here, you may find different type of tools available online that can be accessed. For example, if we talk about PowerPoint creation tools, although there will be hundreds of them, but the most popular ones I have listed here. We have Canva, we have Visme, there is Microsoft PowerPoint, we have Powtoon, SlideCamp is there, Prezi is there, Nearpod is there. Many of them are available with a free of cost solution. Like PowerPoint you can use on your system. We are using it from past several years. Many others are allowing you to have a subscription based version, a trial period based version, as well as you can have it for a specific number of slides you can create by using these free versions of the tools. So any of these you can try. So most of the time we are limited to this Microsoft PowerPoint, and you have to install it on your system and then you have to work. But these other systems allow you to work online also. So if you don't have a system which is installed with this Microsoft PowerPoint, you can even work online, and by using that website only, you can give your presentation directly. Like Visme allow you to create PowerPoint slides online, and you can present it by using the same website directly. Although they do not allow you to download those created presentations as a free user, but you can save them on your account, and then you can present them from the website itself anytime when required. Nearpod is also an easy solution for creating your own presentations with limited number of slides. As a free user, you can do that. So you can try these to create some engaging and interactive website PowerPoint presentations. Similarly, We have several document creation tools. You can have PDF filler. Evernote is one popular option. Microsoft Word we are using from past several years, and similarly Panda Doc we can have. And there are some amazing tools provided by the Google also, like the Google Workspace you have, Google Docs you have. On Google Workspace you have plenty of tools connected together, like you can use from Google itself. You can use drawing option, you can use slides option, you can use documents directly, you can use Excel sheets also. So Google is providing a full-fledged solution for industries as well as for academia. You can access almost everything from there easily, so that makes the journey easier for the teachers as well as students. We can, because you can have everything on the same platform. Like maybe if you are working on Google Classroom as an LMS, that Google Classroom is already integrated to all other academic tools provided by Google, including Google Slides, Google Docs, Google Excel, and Google Drawings. All of those things are connected automatically. So you can submit assignments from there directly, you can give assignments from there directly, you can take quizzes from there directly. Everything is possible with a single platform. Similarly, we have free screen recording tools also. Although all of them have their own limitation, being free doesn't mean that you will get everything on the same platform. They have their own limitation. OBS Studio is the most recommended one. I also keep on using this for screen recording, and this allows you unlimited recording experience without any restriction. You can have like entire session recorded on your system easily. The settings are also pretty simple, any beginner can follow that easily. For the remaining ones, although there are plenty of options, Zoom allow you to do recording for the entire meeting that you have. For the other tools, there is a limited duration allowed for free user. Some of them will allow you like 10 minutes free recording, 15 minutes, or maybe 30 minutes free recording. So depending upon your requirements, you can use any of them, but definitely OBS Studio is one of the best option you can try, and you can install it on your system. It doesn't take much space on your memory. You can run it easily from your system whenever some lectures you are presenting, and later on those recordings you can share with your students, maybe via your Moodle LMS also. Those recordings you can share. And also we can have, although the um, on Moodle itself, as I told you, that you can have recording directly over there also. But if maybe you are using any other platform where recording is not possible, so you can record separately by using OBS Studio, and then you can share it with your students. Then we come to the block diagram and flowchart creation tools. There are many of such tools available on the platform. I preferably use this Draw.io. This is one of the most easiest tool that you will find for creating any of the flowcharts, diagrams, circuits. Many of things are possible on this. And other than this, you can have Gitmind, you can have Graph Editor, Dynamic Draw, you can have Diagram Ring, we have click charts also. You can even use Google Drawing platform for creating any of your block diagrams or flowcharts, etc. They make the process easier. I'll be demonstrating this Draw.io also in between if we get time. So we'll talk about this in detail as well. Then we come to the student engagement and gamification tools for online courses. Definitely when you are creating an online course, the student engagement plays an important role. And in order to do this, we have plenty of tools available. Few of them I have listed here. Kahoot has been used by teachers from past several years. They trust this particular software very well. There are plenty of options that can be accessed by the users. Quizzes I have used personally from past several years. This is one of the best software you will find. This is basically an online website. You need not to install anything on your system. You can use the website directly. Even the free version of or the free access allow you to do plenty of things on this. I'll be demonstrating this also in between. Then we have this Nearpod. This is also available for the content creation in terms of PPTs or activities, etc. And you can use it for the gamification as well. We have Answer Garden, where you can create some word clouds. You can have surveys, etc. on Answer Garden. Mentimeter is somewhat like Kahoot and Quizlet itself. So similar kind of options you will find there. On Mentimeter, you can create slides also. The PowerPoint presentations also you can create on Mentimeter, and it also allows you to create quizzes as well. Then we have Quizlet. This is also a popular tool for creating assessment for the students. Then we have the learning management systems that we have discussed till now. One we have worked on is the Moodle, and other than this, you have plenty of other options like Sakai. We have Adapt, we have Camelio, we have Google Classrooms, Canvas. You have, so any of them you can use for your online course creation. Since Moodle I have already used in the previous session, I'll not be working on the LMS in detail in this session. Rather, we'll talk about different kind of content creation tools that we have seen till now. So I'll be switching to the tools directly. Instead of having the theoretical discussions about these tools, it is better to have a live demonstration so that you can also observe it side by side and use it side by side if possible. I'll be showing some simple tools. We'll first start with the quizzes. All of you can also use it side by side, and we will also do an interaction on this. So just be ready. I'll be creating a simple sample quiz on this quizzes tool. Thank you very much. So on this quizzes platform, we can create some interactive games for the assessment of the students. What you have to do is we have to go to quizzes.com. I'll be creating a quiz here. I'll be sharing it with all of you, and we will participate in that quiz. This is not just for your assessment. Don't think that it will be for any kind of assessment associated to this course. Rather, this is just to see that how we can interact through this quiz and how your students may be benefited with this. With that purpose only, we'll be interacting on this platform. So this is the home page of the website quizzes. Since I have already logged into this platform, so it is showing my user details here. In your case, it may ask you to log in. So you can log in with your Google account. You can use your any of the email IDs. You can use your Facebook account. It permits several different types of login. So easily you can just click on any of them and you can enter into the website directly. On this platform, the best thing is, even as a free user, you can create good set of quiz questions. There is a huge library that as a free user you can access, and it includes plenty of subject areas. So if you don't want to create a quiz from the scratch, then also you can have a good set of questions that can be imported from the existing libraries, and you can use those existing library based questions to create your own assessment platform and share it with the students for live interaction. One best way to use this quizzes platform, like I use it sometime when I take sessions for some graduation students or and diploma students. Very rarely I find time to interact with the students over there. So whenever I get any such chance to organize courses at the student level, so this is a very fine tool that I always use during those courses. What you can do is, for a better retention span of the students and for better interactions in your class, you can announce in the beginning of your session that there will be a quiz-based assessment by the end of the session. So maybe weekly or maybe daily assessment you can do. It takes just 5-10 minutes to create a quiz on this. Once you have learned, it will take just only 5-10 minutes to create a quiz. So maybe a daily assessment or twice a week or maybe once in a week you can create this assessment. And based on this assessment, you can easily get assess how well your students are understanding whatever you are teaching in a particular course. So this gives your students an additional energy. So they have to stay active throughout the session because there will be a quiz by the end. And when you are teaching it as a part of the curriculum, you can even give them some bonus points for attempting these quizzes with good knowledge. So those bonus points maybe can be included in their internal sessionals, or it can be anywhere included in their marks, and they will get benefited when there will be a final compilation of their internal exams. So that can be a good thing for a regular assessment. And as a teacher, you will also come to know that whether your students are learning everything well or not. This is a good option for in that way. So let me just show you how we can create a quiz with this particular platform. You can see there are plenty of existing quizzes. You can use them directly. They belong to different subjects. But let us create one from the scratch, for example. So I'll go to this create option right here. Click on this and it gives you both options. You want to create a quiz or a lesson. As I told you that this platform allow you to create PPTs also. But currently we are using it for the quiz. So I'll be clicking on the first option. And again, it gives you an option to generate from AI. We'll definitely not use this. We'll create from the scratch. We can also upload a document. We can upload a user URL also to access your quiz. There are plenty of options, or you can even attach a spreadsheet or Google Forms over here. So it gives you multiple interaction points. Let us use the first option right now, that is create from the scratch. And it will take you to a new window where it will ask you to update your question types. Let me first show you what you will be able to access as a free user over here. You can see on some of these options, you have these yellow marks. These highlights you will find on some of the options. So these show super user access, like the ones who have subscription on this platform, they will be able to access this particular section, like higher order thinking section is entirely labeled. So this is only for the subscription-based users. Similarly, mathematics portion, this is for the subscription-based users. But still, as a free user, there are plenty of things that we can access, like the first entire block we can access. Some of the open-ended responses also we can access, and some slides also you can add. So there are plenty of options for the free users also. So let us create a multiple choice question. For the quiz, you can add fill in the blanks. There can be a mixture of questions also. There is no limit for all those things. So I'll just click on this and it will take me to a new window where I can type my questions and answers. This is how we create it from the scratch. So for example, I'll add any random question here, like what we learned in today's session. You can have questions based on your subject. So I'm just adding some options over here, like maybe Moodle, or we can have Google Classroom, or maybe we can have machine learning, or maybe IoT. Just some random options I have inserted over here. Whatever is the correct answer, you just have to mark it. Because these quizzes that we are running here, they are graded quizzes. They are going to save your time in the long run. You need not to do manual marking. You can mark the correct answers while creating your quiz itself. And when your students are going to attempt it, the marking will be done automatically and the Excel sheets will be prepared automatically. You can just download and save those Excel sheets, and your records for all the assessments will be ready. And you can present them to your department or your HODs anytime as per the requirement. So for instance, I'm making this as a right option, and I'll be saving the question with the right option right there. This save question option I have. So I'll be updating it here. For the Google Classroom, you have a Google Quiz option over there. You cannot use this Google Quizzes in integration with your Google Classroom platform. That will be a separate platform. But yes, if you have created some quizzes on Google platform, they can be integrated on quizzes. The reverse integration is possible. The forward is not possible in this particular case. So I have just created first question. Now let us add more questions. There are multiple options. I have shown you adding question from the scratch. And Here you can see multiple choice question type, time that you want to permit for assessment, and number of points you want to assign for this. Maybe 1.2 point, depending upon how difficult is the question. You can update. Currently, by default, it is taking 1 point, so that we have updated. Is any AI based application for quizzes? There are plenty of applications, sir, but I generally do not prefer using AI based applications for any of the work. I always prefer to do things manually by using own skills. This AI is changing our habits and we are getting very lazy. Although it is good to use technology, even I am from the AI background itself, but I generally do not prefer to generate things from the online, so I have not explored any such application by now. So this although your quizzes also allow you using generative AI, they have an option within this, so you can use that to generate questions within quizzes also. So here, next thing, we need to add more questions. But instead, there is one more option. As a teacher, you will it is not always uh, possible to have so much of time that you can create all questions from the scratch. Sometimes we are in a hurry and we need questions that are already in the library, and we can just choose them and create our quiz. So one option as we have is the generative AI, definitely that is integrated to Quizzes platform. But there is one more technique also you can use. You can click on this, enter topic name, because this is connected to Quizzes library. There are plenty of topics you will find. So I'll click on this, and here by default it is taking it from the English subject, but you can choose subject of your choice, like whatever you are teaching to your students, maybe any emerging technology, like maybe a Python programming you are teaching, so that I have listed here. Maybe data science you are teaching, so that I have listed over here. Related to data science questions will be found. If you are teaching machine learning or any of the subjects, majority of subjects you will find on this. But if your subject is not there, maybe definitely you have to add your questions yourself. But still, the libraries are updating every next day, and new quizzes are being updated over here, so you can use them easily. Or maybe if you are teaching some basic subjects like computer science, for that also plenty of quizzes will be there. So like this we have. Now inside this library also there are some super quiz options, and there are some normal quiz options. The super quiz is again accessible only to the subscription based members, but still there are several number of normal quizzes also that as a free user you can access. Even the super user quizzes are limited, and others are more in number, so you can access them easily. And what we can do is, for example, I want to take questions from this quiz. I'll click on this, and here I'll get all the questions from this quiz. Now, the interesting part is you can either add all 10 questions from this quiz directly. If you like all of them, you can add. Maybe if they are relevant to the topic you are teaching today, then you can add all of them. Or if you want to choose any specific topic from here, or maybe specific question from here, that also you can do. Like you can pick up any of these and you can click on like add question from here. It gets added to my question site. Similarly, this one, for example, I want to add maybe this one I can add, and some list of questions I'm updating over here. It is not even necessary that you have to update questions from only one quiz at a time. You can access any number of sources from the library. Like I can choose this one also. I can go to here. I can add a question from here. Then maybe from here, some questions from here, for example. And then we can go to this one. I'm just creating a random question now that I can share with all of you, and we can take part in a live session. So currently, I have 11 questions in my quiz, and it shows that they include 27 points because some of them have like 5 points. We can change this setting, like maybe I want to do 2 points, four
ये
points,
क्विज कह रही है
update
मैडम,
record.
देनी है.
So these are the questions right now. So once as a teacher you have created your quiz, the next thing you want to do is you want to share it with your students. So we can go to the publish option right here. I'll click on this. We'll give name to this quiz, like maybe I'll give it a name test quiz 1. Subject, if you want to choose, maybe computers, or you can have grade information, maybe uh, depending upon whom you are teaching, like university grade, or if you want to add any cover image, that also you can update, but I'm currently publishing it as it is. So soon we are ready to start the quiz. It will be saved in your library. Even if you don't want to start it now, you can access it later on. Like in here, in my library section, you will find all the quizzes. Like I have all these quizzes that I keep on creating at different sessions. So they are here. You can access your quiz anytime, and the results also will be saved in your library. You can access them anytime, maybe after several months or years, you can find them in your library directly. So now the next part as a teacher we need to learn is how to start the quiz and get the live interaction with the students. So the process is very simple. Either we can assign it as an homework to the students, that is one option, or we can start a live quiz. So currently we'll do a live quiz option. I'll click on this, start now. And on this, we have different mode options. These are just some gamification elements they have added, and with these gamification elements they have given you some access controls. There are some good access controls over here that teachers may find useful. One is you can limit the participant attempts, like one participant will be allowed to uh, submit only once or multiple times. Accordingly you can do that. Redemption questions, if you want to give to the students, maybe some weaker students may need this to improve their score, that also you can update. And then a few other options you have here, you can just scroll through them. For example, I'll just choose a classic option from here. Then the customization options we have here, I can scroll through this. And shuffle question, this is one of the most interesting. Shuffle answers, like when you're assessing your students and they are sitting next to each other, many a times teachers are worried that they will just copy from each other's screen. So this is the best option for that. You can shuffle question and shuffle answer, so every student will have a different question on their screen, and even the answers will be also shuffled, so they cannot copy it directly from each other. This will be a safe option for the assessment. And at the same time, question timers if you want to update. And there is one additional option that you will not find in this one. I think in test mode you will find. If you go to this test mode, and inside this customization, you will find, let me check if we have that option over here. In one of these modes, what I'm trying to tell you basically, in one of these modes, you are allowed to restrict browsing on the student window. Like sometimes we are worried that if students will find some answers from by browsing their Chrome window, and they will try to answer it from there. So that also we can lock from one of these options. I'm not sure if they have deactivated it right now, but when I used it last time, it was there only. So that is one additional option you can try if you, but that is accessible only to the subscription based users, not for the free users. So that is one limitation, but still that is one good option if you want to do a real time assessment of the students. Otherwise, this shuffle questions and shuffle answer question option is very fine for the students. So now I'm clicking on the start option to start the quiz, and you all will be participating in this just to see how it appears on the student side. That will be the real demonstration for all of you, because you need to understand how your students will be attempting it. So I just request you all, there are multiple ways to attempt or be a part of this quiz. What you can do is, one option is you can just go to this particular website and then enter your code. Second option is I can share a link in your chat box. You can click on this link and you will be enrolled to the course. Third option is you can just scan this QR code. You can display this QR code in the classroom for your students also, and they can scan from their mobile phones and they will be able to observe this easily. I think, let me just open up that QR code again. Okay, so the code is changed, and let me share this link again. Please use a new link only because I refreshed the window. And this QR code you all can scan. I can see the list of participants that who will be joining this quiz. One I can see. Thank you very much for joining. So please try. Most of you can participate in this. This is just a fun activity we can have, just to see how this platform works and how as a teacher you will be benefited by using this, and how your students may also interact on this. So this is a just a fun game we are adding over here. All of you, those who have joined, I'm just starting it. If anyone is left, we'll not be able to wait more because we have to cover many other things also. So we can just have a demonstration over here. The good thing about this particular platform is that it allows you to have a someone is looking forward for the link. I'm sharing it again.
Ma'am, some of them have joined in fast group, ma'am. 416069.
Okay. Please use the recent link only and make sure your joining code is this. Don't use the old one. There was a refreshing issue in between. So that is, we have a different code over here. So sorry about that.
There are 29 members are there, ma'am.
So I think we can start right now. We have enough number of participants. So thank you very much for all those who have joined this, and we can just see a demonstration. We will have a leaderboard over here. This is how you will see on the student side, that the main inspiration for the students that you will see, how this becomes an interactive session. So we can see here. Let us run it. I think you all can start attempting, and we can have. I have run it in the mastery peak mode, so that is why it is appearing like this. There is one classic mode also that is also with the leaderboard. That one also you can use. So these are just different elements that they have added, and then comes the most important part. One thing is you can observe here the class accuracy. This is one of the most important part. Class accuracy helps teachers to ensure if everything is going fine, and you can even have an estimation whether all of them are going to pass in the final semester exams, or there is some trouble in their learning levels. So this is definitely a good thing for students. You can be also sure, and also because you are going to have these reports with you, and they will be saved in your account forever. By chance, if maybe the semester results, the final results are not so good, you can at least have these reports with you, and when your department questions you that you were not teaching them right and they have not attempted in the final exams, at least you can show them these proofs that yes, you have taken several quizzes from them, and at that time they were working fine, and you are. This is just for the records of the teachers. We can have all these things. We can have a detailed summary of every question that students have attempted, and we can have their points also, which question they have attempted right and wrong. Every information we'll find from here. And this is not just for here only. If I go back to the home page, I can go to my library, and here I can access this recently created quiz. And from this, I'll further go to the results section. Let me just check. Report section I'll go to, and in the report section you can see for all the quizzes that I have created earlier, all my answers are here. So for the current quiz, we can go to this and we can observe that what was the marking accuracy of the students, and by name also we can judge it, how many of them can participate with 100% accuracy, how many of them had some errors. And you can even check which question bothered majority of the students. That can give you an idea that that particular topic is not clear to majority of students, so you can explain it again. So this brings you a multitude of benefits, and we can have the all the summary over here. You can email it to the parents of the students, depending upon if it is a technique in your institution. Otherwise, you can get a printout of this, or you can just download the Excel sheet to keep in your records everything you have right here. So this is one of the best assessment technique you can follow during your regular classes. I just hope that some of you at least will use it in your classes, and you can engage your students with this. This is suitable for online as well as traditional classrooms. Everywhere we can use this easily. So now we'll switch to another tool because we have limited time, so it is not possible to do more on this quiz only right now. Let me show you one more tool that is for some content management you can use, and delivery also you can use. That is your Microsoft Whiteboard. I'm not sure how many of you might have used it already. This is a very simple platform although, but still for online session deliveries, you can use it. Microsoft Whiteboard. You just need your Microsoft account to enter into this, but still, otherwise you can use everything free on this. Moreover, on this Google platform, we too tried during COVID for students. That's great. This is definitely a good solution for remote learning. Okay, I'm showing you the whiteboard option. This is from Microsoft, so we can type it with Microsoft Whiteboard. And this is the official website where you can visit. Here you will find the installation option as well as online uses option. So if you have your Microsoft account details ready with you, you can use it from here. So it is currently asking me for the login details. I think if I remember the password details, I'll be able to log in from here. Let me just try once, otherwise I'll be switching to the offline mode directly. I think I do not remember the password right now. Okay, no problem. In your case, you will be able to log in it from there directly, and it will ask you to install Microsoft Whiteboard. And second option it will give you is to use it online. So any of them you can use directly. In my case, because I have already installed it on my system, so I can use it from here. I'll go to new whiteboard window, and it will open up a interactive whiteboard, simple whiteboard that you have otherwise in your classrooms, that you will find right here for the online classes. Also for online offline anywhere you can use this, but this is not just a simple whiteboard. There are few additional benefits also. Otherwise we all know how to use our whiteboard. We even have smart classrooms in our institutions. Many of you may have, and you may already have some smart screens where you can access these this kind of plain screens where you can start teaching. But there are few additional elements of Microsoft Whiteboard that I basically want to disclose for all of you to make your sessions more engaging with the students. So let us go through few essential things, although there are plenty of options. Few of them I'll try to show you. First is if you go to this settings option right here on the top of your screen, here we have options about formatting background or any specific type of ink shapes you want to add, and the export option. Once you have created your whiteboard screen over here, then you can export it and share it with the students. So one big benefit of using this Microsoft Whiteboard screen is that it allows you to save everything on the single screen. This is not a limited size screen. This is an extensive screen. You can just scroll through this and it will have a big portion in which you can write. The entire session can be written on the same screen, and it can be saved on the same page. Like even if you have to do entire week session, entire month session, everything you can store on the same page, and the notes later on you can share with your students. I'll show you how we do that. One thing is By the end, we can export it. I'll show this later on. But right in the beginning, what we can do is we can share this whiteboard with the participants. When you are running a remote session, an online session, but you want interactive feedback or interactive experience while dealing with your students, you can share link of this whiteboard with the students directly so that they can start working on the same whiteboard with you. Like when you want them to write some answer on the screen, they can write it directly, even if they are sitting anywhere in the country or world. So what we can do is we can turn this on and we can copy this link and we can share it with the students, maybe via your WhatsApp, maybe your Google Meet, anywhere you can share this link and they can start interacting on the same whiteboard. Currently, I'm not using this. Rather, what we'll be doing is we'll be exploring other options over here. So there are plenty of things. First, we'll see about the inking options. You have different color pens. So when you are creating your session, instead of being limited to a black pen, you will be allowed to use any of the colors. So your notes will be very precise. Like for example, I can start with this one and you can start with maybe topic 1 with the heading, and then maybe you can choose another color and then you can write statements one by one. You can choose another color and then you can write your details further. So you can mark everything with a specific color to highlight your points. This is one benefit. You have the scale also on this platform. You can just use this scale as per your requirement. You can rotate it. You can create your markings over here like this. If you want to do anything in your live sessions, we can do that with the help of this scale. Similarly, we have eraser also. You can easily erase things that are not required anymore. So you can clean up your sheet immediately. Next to this, what important part we may have, maybe if you are not able to write well by using your pen or maybe your touch screen windows, if you are not able to write using that, we have one text option also in which you can type using your keyboard. So we can type all the details right here. Maybe if any specific thing you want to add, you can put it here. You can have a different size option for this. You can make it bold, you can make it italic, you can underline it. So any specific things if you want to highlight, that also we can do. We can take it to any other position like this. You can see this is your screen. I can use any portion of the screen. I can just scroll it. I can start writing in this area. Maybe here I want to write, and then I can scroll again. Here is my old topic. So any big topic you can discuss over here. What problem in our school education we might have faced, most commonly, I think all of you might have faced, is we used to have a simple blackboard or whiteboard, and when there were some increased number of solutions, like some mathematical problems that are long enough and the teacher is writing it, they are erasing some portion, they are writing next portion, erasing and writing, and this used to create a mismatch of content for the students. And they maybe if they have not noted down the previous thing and the teacher is continuing with the next thing by erasing previous one, this is just a complete mismatch of the information. So in order to avoid that, we can have this kind of whiteboard. This is a great option in that case. There is an unlimited space. So any size of text you can write here easily. You can update anything on the system and it will be saved here forever. Similarly, we can even insert some shapes as per the requirements. Maybe if you want to create some block diagrams, flow charts, although some basic options only available. Like you cannot create a very detailed block diagram over here, but still there are plenty of options that as a teacher you can use to create your diagrams, and maybe they will be useful in the long run to create any of your descriptions for any anatomy or maybe anything, any process control, any step-wise instruction. You can use them easily. At the same time, you can have reaction options. This is a little bit interactive option as per the modern generation, because they are more relying on the reactions part. So when you have enabled this share link option with the students, they can use reactions. You can allow them to use reactions for their level of understanding, if they are getting it fine, not yes. If you want them to mark anything, they can use these reactions to show their interaction. So this is again one good option you will find over here. I'm just showing you some options quickly because we have a limited time. I just need to show you the options that you will find over here. The most important thing you will have here is, if we go to one more part here, this one, these three dots. Here you have image option and my device option. Two things. This part is most important for the teachers, because when you have like to discuss maybe a specific chapter, a specific block diagram, a bigger figure, anything that you cannot draw here on the page manually, rather you want to access it from any saved resource, that also we can do. We can access images and we can access PDF files also on this platform directly. For instance, if I try to load something, it is not even required to get the entire book on the platform. Rather, you can use any one portion of your, for example, I'll just bring any small paper from here, because books will take more time to upload. So you can see here multiple pages of this research paper, and maybe I want to discuss only this page. So I can select, if I want to discuss 2 pages, I can select them, and accordingly I can insert this page. It will be inserted right here. I can place it anywhere as per my requirement, and then we can do anything on this page, like whatever discussions you want to do. Like I can choose some of my markers from here, and then I can start discussing things from here. I can mark anything, and I can have interaction with the students on the specific things, like why it is here, why we are not getting any discussion that you want based on the existing PDF files. So this is one important part for the teachers. They can access their materials directly here. And the another benefit of this is, whatever discussions you have done on this page, it is also saved on the same window. So when you are sharing this or exporting this page along with these markings or discussions, whatever you have done, that will be also shared with the students, and they will be able to access it later on as per their requirement. So this is one important part. Similarly, that image part also you can do in the similar pattern. You can access any of the images, or maybe some I may not have any image right now. Let me check if we have. Okay, I have one of my book cover over here. So yes, I can discuss with this. Like you can access images like this, and you can just mark on these. You can discuss anything on these images also. That is also possible. So these are some of the options that you can add here. Other than this is about just about creating and sharing your content with the students and having a live interaction with them. But at the same time, there is one more benefit that you will find in the template section. This is one addition. This Microsoft Whiteboard tool is basically designed for both industry and academia. So many of the options you will find here are relevant to industry, but still there are some options available for the academia also. And let me just show you a few of them. For example, in the learning section, if I go to this part, here, one important thing as a teacher you will find is lesson plan. This lesson plan. I have observed it several times that in most of the universities, teachers are asked to create their lesson plans. And this is again a job for them. They have to prepare the format. They have to put all the information over there. But you can do that easily on this whiteboard platform. We have a preset module over here. You can have this page directly. You can edit things over here. If something is not as per your curriculum requirement or your university requirement, you can change that, and we can update information inside, like date is 30th May 2024, and grade information, whatever you have as per your university. So that also you can update. Lesson title you can update, whatever you are teaching, whatever topic you have taught them. The subject information you can update here, like maybe I'm updating one random option, data science. You can even make it bold, you can increase the text size, etc. All those options you can try. I'm using just few options from here. You have few additional options also from here. Then the teacher name you can update. Then the topic, the specific topic you can update from here. Then we have other options, like we have lesson objectives. You can list them one by one from here, and you can update them into your. We can also insert new boxes into this. That is also possible. You can edit new boxes, and you can even have a text box inserted into this. Like maybe I'll just take a text box from here and I'll update it here, objective, whatever you want to update. And we can place it at our required position. Everything we can create. The materials that you have shared with your students, or maybe if you want to change this topic, this heading, you can also do that. And then you can update what materials for this particular lesson you have shared with the students, what activities, like maybe the quiz you have run for the students, maybe some survey you have connected with the students, that also you can update. If you have given them some assignment, that also you can add. Maybe some new things you want to update, you can add new boxes for that. And the notes also you can prepare from here. So this is a full package for a teacher. They can have everything on the same platform. One more thing, this is not just about lesson plans. We can even have lesson feedbacks over here on the same platform. Go to the learning section, and here we have lesson reflection. And we also have question of the day. If you need some activity by the end of your session, you can just update some question of the day for the students and allow them to do markings, like we have it here. So maybe you want to create some teams, like you have based on the boxes, or maybe you can just cut out some boxes from here, and you can create like maybe 10-15 teams in your classroom, and then you can update the question over here based on the topic that you have given them. And they can mark, when you have shared the link, they can mark their answers in these boxes. They will be doing live marking. So team wise, you can assign them boxes, and then they will be marking their answers over here that you can see on your window. The students will not be able to see each other's answer. They will be just putting it here. And if you're not sharing the screen live with them like this, like the window is not shared with them, you can also see that confidentially that what they are marking as an answer for this particular question. So that will be again a fun activity for the students to assess their knowledge on a specific topic. And we can also have in the learning section that I was talking about, lesson reflection. This is again an important thing for the teachers that they can implement in their classrooms to make their interactions more suitable for the entire topic that they have discussed. I definitely love to have these kind of feedbacks from the students, because this gives us an idea that how well they are going ahead with the subject. If they have anything in their mind, if they have confusion on some topic, they can just put it here, and in the next session we can easily discuss it with them. So they can just mark what was the most important thing that they have learned here. They can put that in these text boxes. So anything they want to update, like topic 1, topic 2, anything they have. What was surprising or what they were not expecting that came to them, and maybe if they have any confusion, you can even change this if you want to change. Maybe what was more confusing for you today, that also they can update. Similarly, what you want to, what you should do, or what kind of activities they want in future, all those things we can update here easily. And similarly, if they want to learn something new out of that topic, maybe some application perspective of that topic, everything we can update as per the requirement. So these are some essential options you will find on this Google Whiteboard platform. Although there are many other templates also, I'll not be able to cover all of them, but still there are plenty of activities that you can do, like brainstorming is also there, some topic discussions, debates also, several templates you will find inside this that you can use, and you can work around this.